Yeah, but what about Yatoro? It's like, well, he's not everybody, is he?
Yes,
I don't know.
and he's definitely
I'd like
one
to
of those.
see that, though.
He's one of those players as well that can really dominate a game when he has a lot given to him. He's one of those carry players that I think that if you put a lot of resources in him, he's not going to let you down. So I'm not saying Little Pleb isn't, but obviously there's a different caliber of teams, and I don't think Juggernaut really has been on the radar for a lot of these teams for a long time.
30 seconds to battle.
Let's see.
JMB.
If we see anything. Oh, JMB. Blood Grenade. Blade Fury. And... Dead. Wait.
Blood in flames.
Right, free.
Well,
Good open up.
that's pretty great. Goes to the Ember, which is always a nice time, right?
Yeah, I think going into the Storm Spirit, you really want to try and put as much gold into the Ember as possible, right? You want to get him towards that level 6 and towards that bottle ASAP, because the Storm can kind of abuse you. This was a matchup that I think it was a few years ago that Blitz talked about. Storm versus Ember is very kind of player dependent, even though that like Flame Guard and what have you can avoid some of the early Remnant damage, but if you get a little bit of this extra gold like Mobe has, where now he has the Blightstone into a Storm Spirit, these Sleight of Fists really start to stack up early on, and maybe that means that he gets over the hump that is the first 6 levels for both these two spirits.
Spared you future loss.
Arrow hits the range creep. Blade Fury on Amixa. Nothing doing there, though. Kill availability in this lane doesn't exactly feel amazing for Ancient Tribe. We've seen Embers do well. We saw Wish do good on this hero earlier, and now the Storm. Another one of those heroes that we saw play really well, and that was late in the last series as well.
I think they both have potential this game to pop off. Moonlight, unfortunately, just didn't have the start to the game on the laner that he would like, and Mobe is feeling a little bit more confident with the way that this day has gone for him. So really looking to both of these mid laners to enable a lot of their side lanes. As you said, not really that much kill threat with the Pugnate and the Juggernaut into like a Mirana Doom lane, but if an Ember Spirit makes a rotation, Sleight of Fist and Chains can set up for a lot, right? And same thing for the Storm Spirit in the bottom lane. Chen and Medusa are kind of just going to sit there and get their levels and try and take their early timings when they get it, but Storm rotates with a Power Rune. You can get Deucer a little bit more of this extra space, and then it enables Chen to be unlocked from that bottom lane as well.
Deucer would like to start CSing, since that's not happening right now. Which is not great.
Yeah, it's always a rough start when your position 5 dies early, right? So you're naturally at a small experience disadvantage, and you're playing into Skywrath Mage as well as Beastmaster. So your regen does allow you to mitigate some of the early damage, but if you're just constantly getting chased away, as JMV was for the first couple of levels, it is hard for him to put the pressure back on the Beastmaster, and he can just run at the Medusa and then force her away from these lanes. So good start right now for Ancient Tribe in a lot of their lanes. All 3 of them, actually.
Yeah, I think it's going really well. This Jug 14-1 compared to the Medusa's 8-3, not 18. That would have been me saying it's good because he's losing. But I know how to read. So Moonlight constantly sitting here low health. His Flame Guard and...
Oh, he's dead.
Yeah, well, that's... Oh, the tower! Ah, he's fine. He's got a bottle sip. Now he's just looking for that slight, but he's going to heal up on Moonlight as well. Odeker,
yeah,
he's getting run down here bottom. He's going to run out of mana in a second. And that's not a fun time at all. Yeah, he's got that wand, but look at the mana he's got now. Not that great either.
Yeah, and that's with the branch trick as well. Alex.
Blood Grenade. Dead.
Well,
using that Harpy. Harpy Stormcrafter crafting a storm.
I mean, it's been the most busted neutral creep for, what, a better part of almost 10 years now. So, surprised it hasn't been changed, but still good. Gets the kill.
Updated model, maybe? Change the face?
Oh, there's... Don't get me started, B-Cop, on updated models. I could rant for 8 years about Morphling. Please. Oh. all the old stuff that is still is in Dota is actually baffles me to this day. But I know Valve's getting there. The janitor, he's got a pretty hard time. So hopefully he gets around to it soon.
Morphin
Maybe
just
for
needs
TI.
to win a pity Arcana vote.
But then it's just like, and then you have all the Redditors who are just like, why do I have to pay money for a remodel?
True. Although it could force a remodel, then an Arcana as well. Blood Grenade. Braun turning. Nether Blast and Rue almost dying there.
Dire structures
Graded out on the stick too. Didn't want to pop it. Knew that he was okay. Didn't pop any of the leap charges either.
Although now Mixa. Nether Blast, Blade Fury, leap in with the Star Storm. Not enough damage on either hero, and I think LeBron, now he's in trouble. Drops down the Nether Ward, leaping away, and meanwhile, Moby gets the kill on a Moonlight. LeBron ends up dying to Rue. Lil Pleb has to run away from this Hurricane. And they'll take out that Nether Ward and get an extra 20 gold.
Damn.
Radiant's
Solo
Moby getting
kills
this
all
kill
across the
mid
map.
felt as though it was destined.
Yeah, I think it was slowly but surely Mobe was starting to get ahead, right? And I think the fact that Mobe just had to use a water rune underneath that tower when we saw that there was almost a solo kill going his way, really meant this lane really swung in the favor of the Ember Spirit. And this is what I said with it really feels like this matchup is kind of player dependent. There are small things that you can do for both these spirits, but when you just get that small advantage and you're able to abuse it, it's hard to play around with. And now pre-level 6, they want to kill him again.
Oh god, yeah, I think they just might with the Nether Ward down. They can just jump him, right? Oh, the arrow! Oh,
under attack.
almost. Still, fighting under a Nether Ward, not something you want to do. You're out of leap charges. You do have a Star Storm. Now here comes Alex. You're just dead. Moby, Remnant gets away, and Chen comes over. JMV trying to get a kill here onto Alex, who has a TP, but will instead, I believe, get run down by this Chain Lightning. Yeah.
God, that was a sad death for Alex. I think maybe he was talking with LeBron and saying, no, LeBron probably thinking that he can save him or at least keep him alive for a little bit longer. But yeah, definitely probably should have just
Does he
sat
TP
down
mid and
TP'd
refill
away.
the bottle? Knowing
hope
he was
so,
dead,
yeah.
and I was thinking maybe, you know, keep the advantage going, TP mid, refill the bottle, but no. TP bottom.
Well, Mobe has 6 now, so he can kind
Yeah.
of refill his own bottle mostly. So.
Hey, whoa. That's you telling me that core mentality is going to change in Dota. Okay, sure. I can do this myself. Bottom lane, Odeker, no mana, no life, gone, and his tier 1 tower, maybe not long for this world.
Yep, Beastmaster Pugna, they're going to chunk through your buildings, and big rotation from LeBron. This is something I've been seeing a whole lot more of from these teams. Is this is why we're seeing these position 5s that are able to dominate their lane so hard. You have this hero like a Juggernaut who's going to be self-sufficient. You leave him be, you take the twin gate, you go bottom. Chen's not going to really be able to do that early on until he builds his big Chen army. And now they just transition that Deucer kill into a tier 1 tower, and he's starting to run out of room for Ivy. You know, they want to try and get Moonlight off to a good start, but he's much further behind on Mobe, who is just starting to dominate a lot of the power runes, gets better rotations as well. And
If he kills him again here, he might just get into the doubling the net worth area of this game.
the scary part.
That is very scary. Arrow connects, Vortex, and a Starstorm. Good kill.
That was
JMB also
really
shows
nifty
up.
from Moonlight. The way that he played with the arrow, I don't know if he intended it, but he zipped on the same trajectory that the arrow was and basically hit it from sight. Which
Oh,
is
shield rune.
hard for Alex to dodge.
Try to do anything now. All right, well, now all right. Well, Mobe, you might, it's a bit far. The whole time they're giving Jug space, he's going into the Battle Fury. He's gone Treads Wraithband Wand before this Battle Fury, so really taking his time on getting that build-up going.
Yeah, I think with the start that you're having here for Ancient Tribe, you can definitely have somebody like the Juggernaut take this a little bit slow.
Is this tower just dead too?
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I mean, they definitely could defend, but I don't know if they want to commit the resources to defend it, right? Like, they're going to have to bring JMV back as well. They're going to have to bring Moonlight in here. Seems like they've got the TP going towards the top side, so they want to try and kill the Jug first.
Doom gets used, and there's the Hurricane. And Primal Roar, oh god, I don't think he's gonna have the damage. Just a little bit late. Had he gotten
Yeah,
a little bit
extra
earlier,
+1.
Jug might be able to get the Omni and had gotten that kill.
Yeah, exactly. You know, maybe an extra +1 from some of these other heroes. I think the unfortunate thing is LeBron is really, really low on mana, so he couldn't have TP'd and helped. Maybe if there was a decrep, he could have lived a little bit longer, but I mean, the first use of the Doom is generally going to get yourself a killer unless you're really behind the 8 ball. But you can see the response here from Ancient Tribe. They want to kill Otika. They want to see if they can find this Medusa. Doesn't have Stone Gaze either.
But still sitting
Just gets
very
away.
safe. Kind of knowing that they do have free movement around the map, right? Like, you got to play these safe camps.
You don't want to over-aggress, especially because they probably haven't seen the Ember Spirit for a decent while. We saw in the previous series that Ancient Tribe were playing against Into the Breach. Mobe's Ember Spirit had like one of the fastest like maelstroms in a long time.
Revivify, silence, searing chains. That life drain just gets to go full duration.
Dire's structures.
And Moby gets the kill there.
And again, just continuing to snowball is the cause coming out from Ancient Tribe.
They're gonna
They
go top.
haven't lost all too much. Only half HP on the top tower too. Oh, what a stomp.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't think that was going to be enough. I thought he'd sight searing chains, but maybe just hoping that they still slow up and don't go all the way back, but that's not happening. That was interesting. I don't know. They didn't want to play aggressive after that.
Yeah, they just didn't have the other heroes in position. And I think Mobe just, as you said, just wanted to try and find something a little bit extra from it. Maybe he was seeing somebody being a little bit too far away, or maybe he saw someone getting disconnected from the group and wanted to try and take advantage of that. But they're going to set their sights back on this tier 1 tower. And if they kill this, then
Odeker
the Radiant
showing.
Jungle is impossible to be in.
Side of Fist, searing chains, concussive shot, all over onto Odeker. Nothing doing there, though. But like you said, this tier 1 tower is in trouble. There it goes.
Dead.
Middle tower.
Arrow!
has fallen.
Arrows are like always fake height.
Especially long range ones as well. Like sometimes even they hit and then everyone just stares at the stunned person for 5 seconds. Doesn't want to overcommit. So
Thinking about going for Moby. Ball hiding in. Bottles the haste rune. Controls that rune. And now Side of Fist searing chains, but nothing more doing on that one. He's going for the drums of Slom. Of course, we've seen that a lot with these Peacemasters. Saw it a lot at the end of Tour 1. Tiebreakers for Division 1. And then it kind of didn't get picked up as much. Now it's coming back into the favorability. It's
I'm not
a fun
sure.
item.
I'm not sure why. I guess like when you play into Doom and Mirana and stuff, like your summons just feel worse in general, and you're also playing into a Chen. So if you have like a Helm of the Overlord, Chen's just gonna like convert it, and you know Doom can eat it. Mirana can't arrow the ancient creeps, but she can kill the rest of your creeps. So just wants to try and heal off all of the summons that Ivy are gonna have.
Yeah, definitely
It means
a Aura builder.
he can kind of just have that extra damage outside of his summons.
It's 13 minutes and Alex is still level 5. That seems insane to me.
Searing heat.
Did they get their Wisdom Rune yoinked? That's the only thing that I can think of is
I
like
don't
their Wisdom
think
Rune
they
got
did.
like yoinked.
To be fair, Mirana just hit 6. And Chen, obviously, Chen can farm, so Chen's going to be level 7, but this feels kind of wild. Sleight of Fist, Remnant over, and a little Hurricane action to push himself. But now the Ancient Seal, he's going to try and run. Mystic Flare is down, doing a lot of damage. Those Seeds of Serenity keeping him alive, but only for a little bit longer.
Your fire
All right.
is discipline.
They do lose the T1 tower, but they get a kill on the Doom. So that means that he's not going to snowball as hard this game.
Well, Pleb's about to have his Battle Fury, by the way. This is a 14-minute Shreds Wraith Band Wand Battle Fury.
It feels not bad. Especially, I think the biggest thing for me is Little Pleb got his Battle Fury before they've lost all the Tier 1 towers. So that's extremely important for him because that means that he's still got these very, very safe places to farm. Still these Tier 1 towers to defend for him. He's still got plenty of area that he can start to gobble that up now with the Battle Fury. I would have been a little more taken aback if it was, the Battle Fury was still struggling to come out and they're, losing all their Tier 1 towers and then either you're sitting their sights on like a Roshan, but they haven't been punished for this little bit of a greedier build coming in from Little Pleb, and now he's able to accelerate. And they're going to get to a point where he's really going to be able to take over the Dusa and join up with Wudo, who's in a very strong spot to be a big old fat boy of this game. Oh, he's dead.
Run. Roar. Can they help him in time? He's kind of tanky. Surviving. Pops the wand. Arrow hits. Ball lightning still chasing, and they got him.
Radiant's bottom tower
It took a while. Can they get anything in the return? Seems tough. Yeah.
They still have Doom available too. So Mixer can Doom out anybody that comes into this fight. And you have to be very, very careful of playing into Hand of God too.
I think you just back away. Might even find Chen the other way if they were to go that direction. But Chen might find them.
Regeneration.
Moonlight Shadow used, and they've got 2 sentries here, but they really need to leave.
Yeah, LeBron needs to
They
get out of
see him.
dodge.
Ooh, they're gonna go. Mystic Flare onto the Doom. There's the Hand of God. Arrow's gonna fly in. That hits on a LeBron. Abyss isn't gonna do enough. Hurricane, Doom, now no turn to the Sleight of Fist. They go to the Arcane Bolt, but it's not enough damage, so Ember, he is gonna die. Like you said, playing into the Hand of God and into the Doom, that's exactly what they do, and they pay for it.
Yeah, it's just those 3 heroes, they do a lot of damage themselves, but when you're playing into an area of the map where you've already seen 3 of them, you know exactly where they are, you know that they're inside of Moonlight Shadow, you haven't seen a Chen, but he has Global Hand of God, and you're also playing into a Tier 2 tower that if Otika really wanted to, he could have TP'd bottom, and now it's at the point where they can just walk in a Roche. They've got the big Chen creeps, Otika's got his Manta style, Moonlight is into a spot where he's quite strong as the Storm Spirit with his Kaya and the Falcon Blade, and this is the timing that I've talked about, right? You just get an Aegis on one of these heroes, and it's about the response that Ancient Tribe have, and they need to have a good one.
That being said, like, the response has not included the Jug yet.
True. But there also hasn't been a Medusa for Ivy either.
Ooh, whoa. They are looking to catch themselves through. Ball lightning all the way in. LeBron trying to stay alive. Odeker's fighting on this. Mix is going to get low. He pops the BKB. Moonlight loses that Aegis already. That means Odeker's not holding onto an Aegis. He's trying to throw out some right clicks, but really, the damage is a little bit left to be desired on this. Stone Gaze, Swamin, leader. He's low. He's under the wrong Tier 1 tower. He'll end up dead, but now Moonlight's in trouble, and he might die again.
Ooh.
Just gets away. Boy, was that close.
Oh my god.
Well,
It's like 50 HP.
Never even went and threw that Omni Slash in.
Yeah, so, I mean, they did a good job at completely ignoring the Medusa until their Juggernaut came around. So, yeah, I mean, that was a half-decent fight. That was into Aegis. They were able to get almost the 2 lives there onto Moonlight. They got a buyback coming out of Rue as well. So, yeah, Ancient Tribe, that was a good fight after being a little bit overzealous in the bottom lane. They know that there was no Hand of God. They know that there was no Doom. So it's a good time for them to get a fight going. But yeah, the question is, what do they look like when Juggernaut comes? What do they look like when Little Pleb's available? What do they look like when it's a full 5v5 between both these 2 teams? And
Yeah.
I mean, Scardy's almost on the way here for Otika, and Jug, he's starting to lag behind. Battle Fury as well as Yasha, he's going into Sanch and Yasha, then Diffusal. Think maybe these items might not work out so far here for Little Pleb.
I guess it always depends on how much Scotty's going to do for them. Melee cores, you know.
True.
But we'll see
Would love
how
to
that
see him-
progresses.
Would love to see him go into like a Blink Dagger build, right? And just be scary with like Blink Omni Slash. Maybe like Blink Ags or something with a Diffusal Blade would be nice, but we'll have to wait and see.
So, about 1,700 gold away from having enough for the Scotty. They're all going through the Twin Gates. They might catch themselves Mixa.
I saw a glimpse of him.
I wish I knew whose watcher this was. It just says lit. If you
Lit.
click it. Yeah.
I think it's Dyer's one.
See, you say that. But
Radiant's
It's-
top tower is under attack.
green on my screen, so I think it's radiant on the minimap.
True, but also the Dyer one near their Tormentor is also green on the map. Oh, they killed Roche. That's why.
Radiant's top
So they would have all the watches, right? So they killed Roche. Radiant.
Fair, fair, fair.
I don't know, man.
Watchers,
Change the
I
colours.
need a little bit of better HUD. I don't know
Yeah.
if our obs agrees with us, but I could use the reassurance. Oh, he's showing me with the all right, yeah.
Okay.
Remember last series
That's
when
how
I
we
said
feel
I
about it.
obs really well with my eyes? I don't anymore. Thank you so much. I feel really stupid now.
That is what it is. Everybody's learning. I'm sure there was nobody in chat that was able to tell the correct answer.
Whatever.
single
If they think that they are good enough, yeah. All right. But thank you, I appreciate that.
All right, Tormentor.
Well, shard action for Pugna? No, for Alex. Okay. Best shard
Wait.
in the game. Shield of the Scion.
How did I not see that?
What?
It didn't give me the notification
So
in chat.
it's on the left now.
Oh.
Yeah, that changed with the D patch.
Okay.
That
Well-
was the thing I noticed in the last series. I was like, that's cool.
Because I was thinking, I was like, I don't have Alex muted, and I was like, what? Like, I would never have interacted with Alex in a game of Dota, so I don't know why would I have them muted. But
He
that
was in
makes a
my
lot of
pub
sense.
the other day.
Muted him was being toxic.
Yeah.
Well,
Ags being built
One
for
big-
Ember. What were you
yeah,
gonna
it just
say? One
allows
big
him
thing?
to. Yeah, one big thing for the Pugna, which is what I've noticed, is LeBron's able to like instantly kill these illusions, which is very hard for Otika to play around with because these illusions have recently just been nerfed as well. So playing into a Pugna, he's gonna zuck them and they're gonna disappear. So really has to play around his main hero a little more.
The shard would definitely help. Oh. Life drain splitting action. 4-man
I wonder
smoke.
if it does. If it does like the insta kill with the split. Never seen that before.
Jug with a
And
shield.
we all know interactions in Dota are very inconsistent and weird. So
Odeker and Lil Pleb basically CSing the same. Their GPM's practically the same. And their damage output also looking to be the same. They both farmed pretty excessively.
both teams really have done the same thing. Understanding that any misstep can mean a lot of building damage. The biggest thing now for Ancient Tribe is they're still defending their tier 1s, whereas unfortunately for Ivy, they have none left. So a little bit more real estate has been acquired here for Ancient Tribe. Blink Crimson on Wooter as well, so he's a pretty dominant force in these team fights, not gonna lie. He's gonna be hard to take down. He's gonna do a lot of damage too. So I'm really looking to see what Ancient Tribe can do off the back of their strong Beastmaster. and their strong Ember Spear as well.
That Watcher before it got dislit, shut off, delit, was red. So I think they have changed the Watchers to just being red and green. That's the last thing I'll say on that.
Radiant's bottom
As
tower is under attack.
my paying attention skills are getting better, I think, because this one is green. And of course, obviously, if we change the Fog of War, yes, we can see. Invulnerable,
okay.
and it's lit, baby! Woo!
Let's
Hell
go.
yeah!
All right. So
Thank
it
you,
seems
thank
like
you,
the
Ops.
janitor has done his job.
No, it changes on those
Valve
newer
Janitor.
things.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
You think he's got like a broom that is his mouse?
Yeah, instead of it being like a regular PC, it's like VR, but he uses
LeBron?
a broom.
Oh, LeBron?
Shoot God.
LeBron?
Break their ankles.
Jordan couldn't do that. I'll tell you that much.
Got him. So he forced like what? TP out of Rue. That's not that bad. If they're able to execute on the top side of the map, that would be nice for them. Unfortunately, they don't have
Minute
control
rush.
of the Watcher.
Or do they? No, they don't. It's fine.
So
Couple queuing notices picked up there for Chen. JMB picking it up. Roshan 45 seconds. They've got these Hawks just searching, and they see. Uh-oh. Ooh, they see the big bad Medusa. Meanwhile, Lil Pleb's not here. Just saying. But he can twin gate through if he wants to. Ball lightning in. They're going to go here already. Mystic Flare, Primal Roar, and Sight of Searing Chains. Can they get the kill? Yes, they can. They took out Moonlight for Alex. Weeder, he's up on the high ground. He's trying to saw him. Lil Pleb
That's
waiting
it.
for his moment. Now they go into the Moonlight Shadow. They're going to need the vision with a sentry down. They go after Odeker. They've got the right clicks. They're getting the mana depleted with the diffusal. Oh! Unlucky the bouncies. Odeker, though, now no mana. Has to run. Oh, boy. No mana. He doesn't turn on this.
Storm's
But
in.
Moonlight, Ball Lightning, the Crepify, right click, stun, arrow, Lil Pleb, Lil Shredded. LeBron's gonna die. They'll buy back on LeBron as well. Missing the War Stomp with the Scorched Earth, burning him out. They'll get the kill. These heroes on Ancient Tribe are kind of falling by the wayside, even though Odeker didn't have a lot of mana to work with, and this arrow won't hit. Roche is theirs.
That fight was millimeters away from being horrible for Ivy. Odeker copped an entire Omni Slash. He got some lucky bounces to get away from him, and meant that the Omni Slash didn't get the kill there onto the Medusa. It was a good use of the Doom as well, just keeping Mobe out of the fight. Like, you can kind of kite around Wuda as much as you possibly can, but yeah, that was a sick fight there from Ivy. They played really well around the spells that they had. Yes, they did lose Moonlight, but he buys back. Now they secure themselves a Roche, and with the Aegis of the Immortal, he's going to be more than happy in these next couple of fights. And Ancient Tribe, they're just having troubles really kind of connecting on a lot of these fights and getting into these engagements the way they want to. It's very awkward around these twin gates too. You can just see Little Pleb knows that he has to kind of play this fight really, really well. Put a lot of pressure onto Otika. I thought that maybe he might just wait out the Stone Gaze itself and try and go in with an Omni later, but he wanted to see if he can get the kill with the Omni, and it just didn't work out.
Almost so good there, and just stun onto Lil Pleb. Vortex follow. Now they've got an Aegis on Moonlight, but they have been able to kill him pretty quickly. And if they can take him out of the fight multiple times, I know that's a tough ask, as they weren't able to do so there. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. I don't think Moonlight is,
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
out of the woods just yet. He's still a decent amount of net worth behind, and obviously that buyback puts him further behind, but at least now he has a little bit of a security blanket to play with. Just want to see Ancient Tribe be able to enable a much better kind of front-to-back fight. They seem to be on multiple different angles and haven't really been able to get a good fight going, where they're able to start it out with a quick pick and then move from there. But Ivy are doing a really, really good job at just kind of separating a bit of their attention, and that's kind of one of the issues with Ancient Tribes draft is their heroes are very good together, but individually trying to get pickoffs and kills is a lot harder, whereas for Ivy, their heroes can do a lot of work simply by themselves with the spells they have.
A tool to teach.
So,
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
see how this ends up as, yeah. I look at this game and it's like, yeah, the Medusa, can it be the end-all be-all? It's going to be tough, but
Dire's bottom
the rest of the team doesn't exactly have that much farm, considering it's a money printer like Doom, and Moonlight's kind of falling behind. We'll see what an Ancient Tribe can do in terms of, like, the net worth they have on their cores looks pretty decent.
Yeah, it's going to be...
Oh, they're going to Twin Gate wraparound? Oh.
They kind of have a sniff about where they're going.
Radiant's top
The
tower
Moonlight.
is under attack.
Did they see them with this ward, maybe? No, I don't think I would have caught them. This
Radiant
ward
are
bottom.
scanning.
All the way by the
If-
Twin Gate.
If somebody
Darn.
went around the left side, they could have caught a glimpse as they went up the stairs.
Moonlight. Oh, they should have the silence. Mystic Flare gone.
Staging a comeback.
I mean, it really is that quick, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what you have to be aware of, and that's the big issue, because that's only on a 60-second cooldown. Is he? Yeah, okay, he's finally going Lincolns. I think that might be an item too late.
Yeah. I think going Witchblade was a bit of a mistake from Moonlight. I think that was a little too greedy. Like, Witchblade, Falcon Blade, and Kaya, I mean, all three of them feel like they do very, very similar things for you as a Storm Spirit, whereas this is a game that you need BKB and you need Lincolns.
Doom used on the Ember.
Mobe's dead.
Arrow will land, and now he is dead.
Dire's middle
That's a good way to get it right back. That's for sure. That's 70 seconds without the Ember.
Yeah. And he needs Lincolns as well too, right? Like, he needs to make sure that he doesn't get doomed constantly in these fights, and he at least now has the ultimate orb building towards it, but still cornucopia as well as a recipe away. Little pleb. He's got his own butterfly, but also saw that Otsuka had his butterfly, so it's going to be hard for them to
middle tower
confirm a kill on the Medusa, and I think maybe this is where Little Pleb's going to set his attentions on some of the other heroes in the fight. We saw how quickly they were able to kill Moonlight, but it could get to the point now where it's much more about killing everybody else around Medusa and trying to survive with, like, your Glimmer Caves, your Pavises, your Decrepifies and all that kind of stuff,
is under attack.
and kill
Dire's
Otsuka
bottom
after
tower has
the kind
fallen.
of engagement has begun.
Shadows take us.
Moonlight Shadow again. And they'll have Ember back up. They could probably fight right off this Ember pickup, right? Again, dealing with Storm not having buyback for 2 minutes.
Doom's on cooldown for another 20 seconds, so they should understand that they've got a little bit of time left to go into Doom, but still want to try and play around like it does
Dire's bottom tower
have its
is
cooldown back.
Thank you.
Rue,
Deceptive rune of invisibility.
they know where Storm is?
middle tower is under
Oh, Moonlight. Oi! They'll find the Chen instead. They'll drop the Mystic Flare. Hand of God he used.
Okay. That's a 2-minute cooldown for a Chen that was, I mean, it's his cooldown, but you were a mega dead. Like, you were just dead in that fight. So now they've got 40 seconds without a Chen, and the biggest thing for them as well is there's going to be no Hand of God for like another 90 seconds by the time he's up.
Dire's bottom tower
Well, they killed my base courier. That's
And
actually
the
pretty
Lincolns.
massive.
But a remnant forward, searching, trying to find anything he can.
Dire are scanning.
Rue gets away. How's that Lotus Orb?
Yeah, doesn't want to commit because he knows that Doom is up and available. So he doesn't want to overcommit, get doomed, and then just get killed by Moonlight +1. And his team really can't join him in these fights. And Ancient Tribe are really slowing this game down. They're very, very scary because Ivy have put themselves in such a good position. The Medusa is now at the point where she is kind of a very, very hard hero to deal with. Even this Juggernaut, I mean, with like Omni Slash and, you know, a potential Swift Slash coming in a little bit later on, he could potentially deal with her, but I think she's just at the point now with especially if she gets MKB. MKB plus Nullifier, she's going to be able to kill everybody. And I don't think they have enough pace in their lineup to be able to kill everybody else before she does that. Especially playing into like Doom and Hand of God and a Storm Spirit. Like, this game gets harder and harder for Ancient Tribe to finish off. The more the Medusa gets her items.
They've been able to kill Moonlight pretty reliably. I guess the question now is, can they kill anybody else? Oof, Moonlight Shadow now used.
Okay. Thought Wuda was close enough to blink Raw, but didn't want to. I would love to see a Hex come out soon for one of these heroes on Ancient Tribe. Whether it be like Mobe or Wuda, or even Alex if he's able to build towards it. Just open up and get some of those kills much quicker without having to use Raw. Oh, they've got Hawk Vision. And well, Ivy are running.
Ivy kind of cornering themselves. They go to the Primal Roar. It's going to be onto the Doom, and they'll even use that Omni Slash to get the kill on Amixa. And that is not the Medusa, but now 30 seconds till Roche is up, and that means they have no Doom to fight with.
Yeah. He got the whole kitchen sink thrown at him, right? They dropped everything on top of him. So the one downside for that is 14 seconds until Roche comes up, but there's not going to be an Omni Slash for this next fight. So Little Pleb is going to have to do this all natural, playing regular Juggernaut with his Blink Dagger. So we'll see if whether or not Ivy want to try and get this engagement going during the around the Roche pit. They definitely are setting up for it.
Getting a kill like that, I thought Ancient Tribe would be a little bit more keen. We'll see if they are. They want the MKB on Jug. Little Pleb, he needs that farm. But no Omni for 60 seconds.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, that arrow.
Big long range arrow. And Doom's going to be up in 2 seconds, so... Oh,
they're going in. Primal Roar. They already got the kill on Naru. Wow, their Blade Fury, the Stone Gaze, they're on the run. The Noah Fire hits. It's onto the Beastmaster. They're trying to get the kill. He's getting slammed. He's also getting Life Drain, but they'll turn to Stone on the Pugna. And with Stone Gaze down, now can you even fight into this?
No. This is a free Roche for Ancient Tribe. Everybody's up and healthy. There was a buyback that got used by Rue. BKBs are down. Stone Gaze is down. They want to try and fight anyway, so see if they can catch them unawares.
They still have Doom to use. Arrow comes in, Doom comes out, that's through, onto the Jug. Can they keep him alive? Not looking likely. Life Drain though, LeBron's not being stopped, and eventually, yeah, they're gonna have the control. They're gonna try and kill him. He's right-clicking away, healing up, but not gonna be enough. They also got the kill on Moby. They're both gonna buy back. They desperately need to take this fight. Moonlight dies to Alex. He's gonna buy back as well. They have the control onto the Doom, and now they're without him for 75 seconds without buyback. Odeker, though, doing a lot of damage. Gets the kill on Alex. He'll buy back as well. The Remnant over, looking to try and get a kill onto the Medusa. They get the kill on the JMV. They're looking. They found Odeker. That's a big issue. They're right on top of him. And again, you got to remember, he doesn't have Stone Gate, so Primal Roar. They're draining the mana, especially with the help of the Diffusal Blade. Life Drain. Meanwhile, it's on a Moonlight on the other side of the fight. Taking a long time to kill the Medusa, but eventually they do get him, and he doesn't have buyback. He's dead for 95 seconds. The Life Drain and the silence. Alex trying to do all he can. Ball lightning all the way out from Moonlight, not even looking to commit here.
Yeah, a long, drawn-out fight, but the fact that the initial engagement went the way of Ancient Tribe just meant that they were constantly just going to be able to roll through their resources, right? Ancient Tribe, yes, they committed some buybacks, but so did Ivy. And the biggest thing here for Ancient Tribe is they got a lot out of it. They're going to get an Aegis now, potentially either go on Little Pleb or Mobe. Cheese to follow that up as well, and the Refresher Orb. So the Refresher Shot's going to be big because Little Pleb did that entire fight without an Omni Slash, right? I believe he Omni Slash bottom and it just came up towards the end after his buyback. So he's now going to have double Omni Slashes in these fights. You can also have a second set of Remnants for Mobe, which looks like that's the way that they want to play this fight. And as soon as they utilize too many of their resources for Ivy, I would have just imagined them to fall back and back out, but they wanted to do the unexpected play and commit in with the Doom. And I mean, it netted them some kills, but playing into buybacks when you're on the enemy side of the map, it's very hard for you because you have to deal with them just TPing to these outposts.
So without that, I mean, the way that fight went, and you can see it's starting to stretch a little thin when Moonlight doesn't have a lot of net worth. Doom's got an okay amount, but not great, considering. Now you've got level 25 for this Jug, who's got that extra duration on the Omni Slash.
Yeah, I think the biggest issue is just Moonlight, right? Like, he didn't die back in that last fight. He almost did, but he's at 15k. Like, he's only 4k above the Pugner, and he's almost 10,000 gold behind a lot of the other cores in the game. So him not having this Lincoln Sphere means that he has to play a whole lot safer. He's basically instantly getting silenced. He's instantly getting roared. And it's just too hard for him to play these fights because Storm is not naturally tanky. He's much more suited to be able to play around his slipperiness. And if you're not hard to catch, then I mean you're just going to get squished.
Out of Atos, some extra control there for the Ember.
Full Swift Blink for Little Pleb as well after that fight. So means that he can play without boots for now. Also means that Blink Omni Slash is a massive threat, even for Otaka now. Very, very scary for him to play around with, and he's going to try and roll the dice. Like half HP and use Stone Gaze. Like that's huge for a Little Pleb, just by blinking on him and auto-attacking.
Yep. It shows how easy now and how little they have to use to force a response.
Yeah. And all it would take for an even bigger response is, you know, even if just Wuta blinked on top of him as well. Didn't even have to use the roar. It would have been kind of all panic stations, but he gets back to full mana, is able to now sit back and try and build towards that next item. He's going to buy a shard for himself. I don't like it. I mean, I don't hate it from the cold-blooded. There's a lot of single-targeted spells, and that means that he's going to get a lot of Mystic Stake mana steal back, and that will be a big thing for him. Playing into like a Pugner and a Sky Mage who love to spam these single-target spells. But it's every 12 seconds. Does it really matter?
It's almost inconsequential, right?
Yeah. Especially because he's buying it. Like, if he got it from the Tormentor, I'd be like, you know, it is what it is. Like, you just get a free Tormentor one, whatever. But the fact that he's spending 1,400 gold to buy it, I guess he is running out of slots as well, so you want to be as efficient with your gold as possible, and maybe this is the efficient way to just keep yourself alive while you're stunned.
Wait near, thrown over, and trying to break down Lincoln's and get onto this Ember. But BKB, Mystic Flare, TPing out, Primal Roar committed, they get the kill on Amixa.
Yeah, it's just, it's Mobe doing Mobe things, you know. He understands his limits, especially when it comes to something like an Ember Spirit. He knows that he can't just get freely doomed, so he's just going to be playing around his double side of Fist. He's going to be playing around his Remnant charges, and it's, you know, it's a little too hard for them to deal with that. And it feels like the momentum's swung directly back in Ancient Tribe after that team fight, right, where they've got access to a few more items. They're starting to be scary and strong when it comes to being on the map, and I mean, they get a DD rune for their troubles as well. So they set their sights on one of these buildings. They will go down. The Aegis is expiring in 30 seconds, though, so they have to keep that in mind.
See how much damage they could do. They've got a glyph, and they'll have another.
Okay.
Looking at Little Pleb. 20 seconds left. Ball lightning in and out. Doing some decent damage again. They can time this right. They looked for the arrow, but that's not going to connect.
It does at least get mini
now?
stunned. Not sure.
Not chasing that out of the base, though. Not getting that timing on the Aegis. It's pretty significant.
I think it's very hard for them to chase, especially because the amount of time that Ancient Tribe has been dominating this side of the map, right? Like, everyone would love to be able to get the sick timing on the Aegis, but they're just too far behind. But I like how they smoke out now, right? Like, they know the Aegis is gone, They know that it has been reclaimed, so they can at least try and get a bit of a timing here and see if they can catch some of these heroes in rotation. But they're just going to go back to the Tormentor. Who's the final one to get it? LeBron. Do they not have that many shards? They really just don't, hey?
Dire's middle tower is under
Oh, yeah.
attack.
Oh, it's only a little pleb that's left.
He kind of would have wanted that.
Yeah?
Truthfully, probably the only reason he took that Tormentor.
Guys, get me my shard now. And LeBron's like, I'll take it. He's like, no. Do you feel like Tormentors should be able to, like, it just drops a shard and you can give it to whoever you want? Or do you feel like that's
No.
just as broken as what it was with Roche?
I like it being random, and it helps supports, which I like.
I think it's very good as well.
Dire's
I just feel bad for those sometimes where, like, you're a support who really wants your shard and you just get RNG'd out of, like, 2 Tormentor kills and you're just sitting there like, I hate my life.
Smoke cross. Hmm?
Ooh. Nobody sees anyone. Or LeBron.
Well, they know he's there now.
Dire's courier has been
That was...
They know everybody's there now.
It was very spicy. All that took was somebody running a few hundred units to the left or right? And someone's smoke gets broken and then the blinks start happening and everyone pops BKBs and it's this full 10-man fight that everyone loves to watch. But Ancient Tribe, they get a little bit of a macro move here and now they get some free damage on the tier 3. Probably a free tier 3 as well.
Yeah, they need to do something. They need to react, and they start to do so. But of course, this is just kind of pushing them back, buying them time to go for this next Roche.
Yep. May spawn in 30 seconds. They're very strong at fighting around the Roche pit as well for Ancient Tribe. Like, Hawk Vision is something I don't really talk about, but the amount of vision that Beastmaster gives, yes, it did just get recently nerfed, but all it takes is a small glimpse on the right hero. And then it just gives you enough information for these teams to really be able to abuse. Otika's going for a Rapier. Feels like that's the next item. I thought maybe... What does he need? Maybe just like a straight up Daedalus wouldn't be bad, right? Like just some raw damage for... Because it's not like he's dying instantly in a lot of these fights. Yeah, he's copying a lot of damage from the Juggernaut, but if he stone gazes and catches 1 to 2 heroes, his split shots will melt the supports. So, thought maybe a little bit of raw damage first before we go all in on the Rapier. He does have the gold for it.
And you might as
Why
well
not
buy
buyback,
it if
though?
you're not going to... Yeah. But if you lose the Divine Rapier, I don't think buyback's going to matter.
No. Especially not against a Jug, right? A Jug or an Ember. If one of those two pick it up, like, you're calling it.
But just chipping away at the base, knowing that they could send him back and then go for Roche. And, you know, they get the TPs and they go the other way.
Yeah. It's great macro movement coming out of Ancient Tribe.
They get the high ground over. And then Ancient Tribe kind of run away.
Yixo wants somebody.
Joe? Surprised it's so close.
Yeah. It definitely feels like it's not like that. And Snare and I were talking about this the other day, where this patch feels like net worth isn't as indicative of the game as...
They're going to go. They've got the silence. They go to the Primal Roar. It's going to be under the Doom. The Quick Near to follow it up. Can they get the damage with the Omni Slash coming through? That's a lot of damage to Tandle. And Odeker, well, he's down to a sliver of health, and he'll end up dead. Can buy back. JMV's going to die, too. They bought back on the Storm. Moonlight comes back into the fight, but it's going to be a full team wipe. Just pretty much instantly.
But you know how you said you're surprised it was so close? It just needed that little bit extra to tip it over the edge, I think. Even though the net worth felt... I mean, it was only like 10k. It just took that small fight. I think right now, Little Pleb is such a scary hero on the map that it's hard for them to deal with. And, what, 3 buybacks? You say, all right, let's just go walk on a road. Yeah, this game is really balling out of control right now for Ivy. Don't have access to Roche. They don't have access to any more of these buybacks either. They're thinking about a Rapier, which I believe he has on the way to him. Oh, he sent it to the other side of the map. Oh, okay. I was wondering why Otiko didn't have it in that previous fight. But I don't think it would have mattered anyways because he got Omni Slash to oblivion.
There's that Aegis. Refresher. As well as that cheese, that gives them opportunity, truthfully, to have double Primal Roar. They have the control off the one Primal Roar to get a kill. And look at that. JMV, they're in on this. They'll get the kill.
At least he doesn't drop anything, right? Like, they already took the gem, so he is fine with losing the life. Actually, did they have a gem? I think there was a gem somewhere.
He's dead for 80.
Oh yeah, LeBron has one. He is dead for 80, but you're also a Chen, so you're kind of just like a walking hand of God at this point.
BKB. So bottom set of racks, that'll go. Range racks to start.
I'm just trying to think like what's the best.
AoE Doom. Okay. Going for a little pleb. Primal Roar, but they've got the damage. Take the first life out of his hands, and this AoE Doom's gonna last for a while. Does he have a way out? Not looking like it.
He doesn't.
Mystic Flare is down. They're gonna kill him twice. He's got buyback if they want to commit it, but do they want to go? They've got no fire on a Weeder, and Weeder looking like he's gonna die too. Odeker holds the game. I mean, that AoE Doom coming in clutch. It's a long duration. LeBron now on the run and goes into the Glimmer Cape. They've got the War Stomp. This is taking a long time to get that kill, but eventually they have the dust ready to go.
Oof. Almost was able to get himself away, but yeah, I was just about to start talking through the angles of approach, right, for Avi about what they needed to do, and I always enjoy when a team is behind. They just kind of go, right, like I mean, you can always get in this mentality of waiting for the next item or waiting for the next cooldown or waiting for the perfect opportunity. But if you just seize the opportunities that you see, 9 times out of 10, it's probably going to work out. And that worked out fantastically for Ivy, right? Like, it's the reveal of the Rapier. It's a double kill onto the Juggernaut. You take care of his Aegis, you take care of him, and then you get some extra freebies on the backside. It's a reveal of the Axe Doom as well.
Another Divine Rapier.
Oh.
This might work.
Yeah, this is real Splice territory. He hits for over 700 or almost 700
push really quick.
No Manta, which I mean reduces your stats a little bit, but it's at the point now where Dusa kills you way faster than you kill her team.
And they've got Doom again, so this is probably gonna work. Bottom creep wave pushing in. They're going to get a set of racks. They want to force the buyback. So they're going to chip away the tier 4s after this, I believe. And want to force them into using those buybacks.
Especially with creeps coming in.
About their creeps in the bottom.
Yeah, I think that's the one issue is they've got big set of creep wave in the bottom side. So Otika's going to go deal with that. One lane of racks is not the end all and be all for either of these two teams, especially now with double Rapier on your Medusa. But they want to try and catch out some of these heroes.
Thing is, they need to kill Doom.
Yeah,
at AoE Doom, like that's enough. The duration to go through all of the first life, the Aegis respawn, and the second life is insane.
Yeah. Especially with Dusa now having a second Rapier. Like, we saw how fast Little Pleb died in the first one, right? And they don't have a good way of saving him. They have one Force, they have a Pavis, but Pavis does literally nothing against Rapier. I guess it saves you from one auto attack, but when it's 16 seconds and you're not being able to do much, it is hard. And this is the issue with Jug, is sometimes he does have a lot of items that he has to build in a game of Dota. And this is definitely one of those games here for Little Pleb. It's like, do you care about your butterfly anymore? Does your Sergeant Yasha do anything for you? You know, you want to have Aghanim Scepter because you want to have Swift Slash, but you also need to make sure that you survive against Doom.
It gets a little bit scary because now you've got the Ags on the Storm. He's going to be able to pull you in with the Vortex into an AoE Doom.
And now this is where Ancient Tribe need to think about how they want to start their fights, right? Because they're playing into multiple Lincoln Spheres. They're playing into a lot of BKBs. I guess if they can find Mixer, that's a free kill. Actually, it's only one Lincoln Sphere. I thought they had two Lotus Orb that I saw. So playing into one Lincoln Sphere on the Storm, but playing into Lotus Orbs, Hand of God, BKBs, AoE Doom. A lot of stuff they have to think about now. It is not as cut and dry as what it felt like it was 5-10 minutes ago.
This game might go to 60 as well.
Yeah, well, I mean, when you're playing against Double Rapier, you don't want to be the guy who makes the mistake, you know? Like, you don't want to be the guy who walks up to a high gun and gets 3 hit by a Medusa and looks a little silly. So, probably sitting back. Like, I just can't... I'm just trying to think of something that's, like, going to come up for Ancient Tribe that's going to make them feel less scared of going into Double Rapier, right? I don't think anything does. Maybe another Halberd?
I think they're okay with it if they can kill that Doom. The Doom, that's the biggest part. Like, Lil Pleb's not able to get any damage out.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it is all about this AoE Doom. But Ivy are just going to sit back in their base, right? Like, they understand that they need to come to them. And
they prove that they can kill an Aegis.
Exactly. Like maybe that might be something that not even Roche really helps, because we saw how easy they were able to get through the last Aegis. So I don't know. It's like this awkward standoff where Ancient Tribe feel like that there's not really much they can do to better their odds at walking into Double Rapier, and same for Ivy, is they're kind of just sitting back and waiting, because if they overextend, then that's one of their only opportunities to lose this game too.
Yeah. So we'll have to see. It could be some time before we see somebody really willing to make the move.
Yeah. Could be... I mean, having one game up may give Ancient Tribe a small advantage in a 60-minute game like this, because Ivy, obviously, if they lose this, they go down 1-3 in the tour. That's when you're really starting to rethink how some of their series is going to go. It's not like all your series are going to get easier from here on out. So it is going to be a very slow, drawn-out end to this game, I think. But once something does happen, it's going to be very abrupt. I think there's going to be one team fight that'll end in a few seconds, and that'll be all she wrote. It'll be somebody getting caught by something, whether it be Doom or Raw, and the team fight will happen in a blink of an eye.
If your Ancient Tribe losing the fight is better off happening near your end of the base, so you can buy back immediately and fight back in, because then that would mean Doom is probably down, Stone Gaze is probably down. Yeah. Having to buy back and walk it all the way back is not great as well.
So maybe they're waiting for like bots too, right? For like their Ember or their Jug or their Beastmaster.
Well, Beastmaster already has his bots too, so that could be something that they're thinking about, is like, let's just abuse our buybacks and being able to get in the fight, because Moonlight doesn't have buyback. He's still 500 gold away, so I mean, that's a big tipping point for me. Moonlight and Rude don't have buybacks.
Maybe banking on getting kills here. They're wrapping the long way out. The long way around. They're going to have to react. This is going to be interesting.
Yeah,
they're
where
close
is
to each other?
The question is, where is Wuda? Where is Mixer? They're two very important players for these team fights. What does the Beastmaster do? What does the Doom do? Who gets caught? Who gets the catch?
Radiant are scanning.
So refresher shard on the Jug if he's able to get any spells off.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Creeps pushing in again. And this could force them to bring somebody back, and that's exactly what will happen.
Radiant's middle barracks are
Okay.
under attack.
Roche will be up in a minute. So Ancient Tribe, they're just happy to chill. They can just kind of just do whatever for the next minute. They can control this dire side. It will be a Radiant side Roche soon, which they have to be careful of. With 50 seconds left to go, I don't know if they have time to kill Roche at this point and him not go for a run.
Oh, so they all of a sudden just have this amazing amount of damage that comes out in a second on Roche. So 30 seconds left. They pushed out bottom, and they're setting up towards bottom, maybe expecting that.
Yeah, it's. I've seen it a few times in some of these games where teams just kind of wait a little bit too long for the
We're
Roche
going
spawn.
through the twin gate. Whoa. Ember went through the twin gate. He's got a remnant back.
Okay.
Use
Do they
it.
have the damage? They 5 seconds till he spawns, so they're gonna have a minute and like 5 seconds.
Oh, yeah. I
to
think
kill
we've
it.
got time.
Probably a bit longer.
A minute 5, I think, is enough time. But they got to get through this twin gate. They want to make a move to this.
Yeah, because you don't want to have Roche be like 30% HP or less, and he starts going through the twin gate, right? Because you're twin gating into something that you have no vision over. And Ivy.
There it is.
All right.
Ivy never made that move.
Yeah, it's kind of the one issue that I have with the way that Roche works now is you get this like extra layer of Roche pressure where one team was lucky enough to have it spawn on their side, and then they were able to find it and kill it, and then you have this like game of chicken where it's like, you know, he's going to come through the twin gate at some point, but you don't want to go to the other side and check because it's kind of a dumb move to just walk into darkness. So you can have these standoffs where one team is almost guaranteed as long as they start early to get the Roche kill.
Maybe they find Moby bottom. They're almost looking like they're kind of waiting for somebody to trek on over.
That's scanned though, so they know that there's at least one member in that area. All right, T5's coming out. Force boots. What are Ivy gonna grab? I think Mirror Shield's broken. Mirror Shield's insane this game for Ivy.
Look, Mirror Shield's also insane for Ancient Tribe.
Yes, very true. But AoE Doom, so... Oh, Mixer. He's in trouble.
Yeah, he's by
dead.
himself. He's got buyback, though. They're going to silence him up, and they will get that kill. Does require
Okay.
them to use both Swift and Omni.
Oh my god. Wudo got Book of the Dead. The Giga
Why
Chat.
not? Yeah.
I mean, it increases his damage from the drums of Slom as well, right? Because obviously he's they are units under his control. So
He's Salmon.
yeah, he's gonna Slom pretty hard, and also means that he gets a little bit of that extra damage as well from
Radiant's middle
the Book of the Dead running in.
Giga
And
Desolator. All Lightning Vortex. They get the buyback from the Doom. That's what they wanted. Now they know if they could take him out one more time, they don't have to worry about AoE Doom.
but they still need to give it the respect it deserves, right? You don't want to over push, even if you have an Aegis, even if you have Cheese, if you have Refresher, you need to make sure that you do not go too ham into the AoE Doom.
Yeah, I think they're waiting to get Omni off cooldown.
Yeah, Omni off cooldown and try and play through that. Swift Slash and Omni Slash is what's the duration? What, 4.5 seconds on Omni, 1 on Swift Slash. So that's 5.5 seconds of invulnerability where you're dealing damage. So it's big for Little Pleb to make sure he gets both of those off. So just having a look at the items: Book of the Dead, Stygian, Ex Machina, Double Ex Machina, Force. Ooh, Giant's Ring on Mobe.
Yeah.
Ooh, big boy.
Book of Shadows might help. Keep somebody alive.
I mean, that's big against the Doom, right? Making them untargetable. So might be able to save them from death.
Radiant's middle barracks.
They're looking at him. Yep. Swift blink in, Rax gone.
Radiant's middle barracks has fallen.
So now that lane's even completely
Radiant's top tower.
in terms of creeps pushing in.
Book of the Dead, top.
And top tier 3. They can fight against mega creeps. They don't necessarily need to fight into this. AoE Doom,
Oh,
what?
the AoE Doom.
Used.
They
Oh,
saw
no.
it to it, didn't they? Oh, I don't think they did. They would have now.
Oh no.
But yeah, that's
Oh, no.
on cooldown for 60 seconds now. So 60 seconds of smacking people out. I wonder, this is something that I would have to test. The Giant's Ring Ember Shard, does it increase the AoE because the model's bigger?
Zero in.
Giga Chads in chat.
All right.
Death by 1,000 cuts, right? You just walk in. There's not much that Ivy are able to do against you. And
Lining in, they go to the Vortex. They've got the Nullifier. That's going to be through in a little pleb. He's trying to survive, trying to get back, and he will for a little bit in that Swift Slash. Refresher for LeBron. Or, well, Ex Machina for LeBron. Still gives up
just enough
that
time.
green glow. And he life drains as they're now just a step away from getting themselves the Mega Creeps.
Yeah, and I mean, as you said, right, Mega Creeps, it's not the end of the world because you have a Medusa with 2 rapiers, so she's like, she's going to 3-hit like any creep that comes towards her.
It's just their
And he
base is
gets
being taken on the
reclaimed.
other side.
Tower is under attack.
Yeah.
They need to be aware of that.
Speedy roll of haste.
So tier 4 towers are under siege. They are losing a lot of their HP, but with them losing Aegis, they walk back, they chill. They've gotten a lot out of that last couple of fights. They can keep using Book of the Dead. Not only can they use it to take some of these towers, but they can also just use it as a pushing mechanism, right? Just some free push down a lane. At this point in the game, it's 65 minutes into the game.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what gold you're giving away, right? Like, people are going to get their gold no matter what. So, just try and get these lanes shoved in and try and force a mistake. Maybe you force somebody to push a little bit too far from Ivy. Maybe Ancient Tribe overstep their bounds. Maybe they think they're a little bit stronger than what they really are.
I was going to say, yeah, you got Doom, who was kind of straying far from the pack there for a moment. But he's back with the team.
He does have... Actually, he doesn't have buybacks, so...
Yeah, he just
It is a little spicy.
used it recently.
So...
And again, killing him, no AoE Doom would be just massive.
I think that's the big scary factor, right? Because I think they have enough damage to deal with the Medusa, but they just want to make sure that their Juggernaut doesn't get 100 to 0'd.
Got the root on the Medusa, and again, they back away. Like, they're not too afraid. They're trying to maybe get some skills out.
Okay.
Arrow. That connects. But nothing to follow that up.
So everybody's got their shards, everybody's got all their juicy stuff, so everybody's just waiting until that one mistake. I mean, do we wait for Roche number 5?
Potentially, they're going to go in, they're going to look for the Medusa, they go to the Prime Aurora, it's going to be reflected with the Lotus Orb, the ball lane with the Vortex pulling in a couple, they've gone to the AoE Doom, but they've got this Omni Slash bouncing around, the damage is there to get the kill on Amixa, and they don't have buyback available on him, so they'll go to the Stone Gaze, Moonlight not with a lot of health or mana. EKB from Odeker, who's also not dealing with a lot of mana, they buy back on the Pugna, and now, LeBron Dota gets back into the fight.
Negas.
Radiant's top tower
No Doom. Too hard to play around with, and Odegaard just... I'm not sure what happened. Maybe he got forced to low ground or something, but he was outside of the base.
Oh, a little pleb. They're going to try and go on him. They've got the Prime Aurora this time, and they are bouncing around with this Omni, and they will get the kill on the JMV, but he's going to buy back. Moonlight still working with not a lot of health or mana. The Remnant forward, they got the kill on Odeker. They'll take him out. The Divine Rapiers are on the deck. They got a ping to take him back into their hands. Odeker picks one of them back up.
Yeah, Jug has the other. Little Pleb has the other rapier. So, game's not over. Game is very hard. The game is not over. Yeah, just... and this is kind of what happens is exactly what I said, right? Where it feels like this game is going to kind of end in a flash. And that's all it takes is someone to get roared. Odeker didn't go down, but it just forced Mixer to come in with the AoE Doom. They had the pull coming in from Moonlight, but they're able to live it. They got the buyback coming in
from LeBron. And at this point,
Vortex.
it's just now waiting to see if they can get this fight going their way. No
Legion
buybacks left
Desolator,
either.
they've got the halberd. Such a hard way to get into this game. And you see the Stygian Desolator trying to do some work, and they're going to go in with the Swift Slash. Odeker's low, and not a lot of mana remaining, but he gets back into the base. They've got the Hand of God, so he's able to survive, but they'll go after the throne. They've got themselves the Glyph. X on to Odeker. He's still trying to regen some of that mana. Moonlight, though, with the Lotus Orb. BKB Stone Gaze turning the Ember to stone, and now the Blink Game, but they've got the stun. It's on to this Beastmaster. Some axes his way, and X picked up for Alex. He's not working with a lot of mana, but the right-click damage coming right onto the throne. They don't care. They just want to end the series, and they will. 2-0 for Ancient Tribe over Ivy.
Yeah, that was a very long...